we are not graced by many GOATs in our lifetime, right? I don't have a lot of regret, but one of them is not seeing Michael Jordan live. And I still kick myself every day. And I finally saw Lionel Messi play live this year in an MLS game, and I felt a little more complete, right? So let's recognize these moments that the GOAT is still on the field, that he's still out in the farm. Not all the hay is in the barn yet. He's still got some more hay to bring in the barn, my friend.
It's almost hitting the roof.
It's almost hitting the roof, but there's still some more room there.
Every good thing eventually comes to an end, and so does the epic journey of Lionel Messi. What a blessing it has been to live in the era of this legend, to watch him weave magic with every touch of the ball. That night, when he grew emotional during Argentina's qualifier against Venezuela, I bet many of us felt a lump in our throat, maybe even tears in our eyes. Messi is more than just a footballer. He is an emotion, a symbol of passion, and a story that will be told for generations. He has shaken the very foundations of football in America, bringing the beautiful game to life in ways no one thought possible. Stadiums are packed, fans are louder, and even those who never followed football before are now spellbound by his presence. We are just watching a player. We are witnessing history unfold.
First ever World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years of age. We had a very anti-English household in my house. I would have to say that. So
I'm surprised.
Watching Diego Maradona destroy England in that World Cup, he goes on a different pedestal to me. But I think if we all know his numbers, his stats, we know exactly what Lionel Messi has done throughout his career. And I think the World Cup probably, if there was any doubt that he was the greatest, that probably cemented it.
Yeah.
But Argentina now are the first team to win back-to-back Copas with a World Cup in the middle as well. No one's ever done that. So, yes, I think now Messi can be considered the greatest. I really believe that. I do.
I'm lucky I can do something I'm passionate about, Messi said in the Apple documentary about his American adventure. I know these are my last years, and I know when I don't have this, I'm going to miss it dearly because no matter how many things I find to do, nothing is going to be like this. No more big finals, potentially. No more nights like this, raw and glorious for his nation. And so, long before the celebrations, he cried. Now I can understand it.
Talk to me about Leo Messi. The injury, the tears on the sideline, was that due to the pain or was that due to not being able to finish out the match and, potentially lift the trophy, because they ultimately did, but the fear of not being able to see it through with your teammates?
I was right there, Chuck. I was right behind the goal on the other side, and I saw that moment where his ankle kind of gives. And then that moment right there just did it. A guy for his caliber who's won it all, it just says a lot that he is unconsolable. I mean, look at his face. And look at his ankle. It's very reminiscent of Maradona after the Yugoslavia semifinal in 1990, where his ankle was just swollen. I mean, look at that.
Oh my God.
All these parallelisms that we try to find between Messi and Maradona. There you have another one. And then Maradona ended up playing that 1990 final after having his ankle like that. Argentina lost to Germany. But I'm trying to read more into this. Messi hasn't said when his last game with the national team is going to be. But let's go back a year. After the World Cup in Qatar, he alluded that Copa America was going to be his last tournament with the national team. For sure his last Copa America. So the fact that he wasn't able to finish on the field, the fact that he maybe wasn't able to dictate the final as he would have liked and forced off due to injury, I think speaks more about where he's at in his mind with the national team going forward. Obviously, this Copa America was all about Di Maria and Di Maria's send-off, but the unconsolable tears from Messi on the bench indicates that there's something more there beyond the injury. Messi's won at everything. Who cares if he wins or loses this Copa America? Does it deserve those tears? I think there's something deeper there, and without knowing what he has in his mind, this very well could have been one of the last games with Messi on the national team. Do I think he still has enough fuel left in the tank, enough football left in his boots to get to the World Cup here in the United States in 2026? I do. But does he want to get there? I don't know. And I think to cap it all off with back-to-back Copa Americas, it was absolutely beautiful for Leon. At the end of the night, he had a smile on his face.
The trophy is a third major tournament in a row for Messi and company team, with the 2 Copas either side of the World Cup win in Qatar in 2022. I don't know if we've defined an era, but this team no longer surprises me. Argentina has just 2 losses in 62 matches over 5 years. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. They have literally won more trophies than they've had losses during that period.
Lionel Messi now up to 109 international goals. That's second most of any male player in history. He's collected every team and every individual prize in the game. So what drives him? Here's Tom Rinaldi on Messi's motivation to remain magical.
Most decorated individual player, most decorated collective player, highest prime of any player ever.
Lionel Messi, it's humiliating for Real Madrid. Lionel Messi, wonderful finish. Still going. In towards Messi. Barcelona's golden man has scored a golden goal.
Ojalá, ¿no? Sería algo impresionante poder conseguir otro más.
While doing it for the longest period of time, Messi's career is something that's almost impossible to recreate. Best footballer, best passer, best dribbler, best long-range shooter, and free kick taker. Hard to imagine anyone ever coming close in the future.
I mean, it's remarkable. Rich, honestly, this is where I think your fan base would appreciate this. I get asked millions of times during this week in Tahoe from all the biggest names in American sports, why can't the U.S. men's national team compete? Watch Argentina, Colombia. Argentina brought 3 world-class superstars in their respective positions off the bench,
deep into the contest,
exactly.
Too. Deep into the
so
contest.
Rich, until you get to that point, you're still behind the 8 ball a little bit when you're playing against the Argentinas of the world. I think for anyone that watched the game last night, it was as contested as any final you'll have. That is very South American. It's going to be a bloodbath. You've got to be physically up for the challenge, but mentally composed, that you don't get caught up in, as I like to say, some of the baby games off the ball. But when I look at that team, Argentina, if Di Maria was healthy for the biggest finals in 14, in 16, and in 18, we're talking about a completely different history for Lionel Messi, because if Di Maria is completely healthy, I think they win the 14 World Cup. We're talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 major trophies. He is the Robin to Messi's Batman. He was wonderful last night, and he's 36.
Absolutely right. Angel Di Maria is the Robin to Lionel Messi's Batman, the greatest big game player ever. Always gave his 110% in every match. Played 120 minutes at the age of 36 in a Copa America final for Argentina. All of these trophies won do not happen without him. Next 2 years' topic for media will be Messi playing in next World Cup or not. Only Messi can be sure about it.
Yeah, I think from the Chile game, when he was, when someone from the physios team was massaging his adductor, clearly he wasn't 100% fit. And he didn't want to hit that 5th or 6th gear that we're so used to seeing Messi hit. He was always receding in pockets and playing that evasive game. He loves when the tackle comes in, he's able to turn in a tight space and free up the game a little bit. But he wasn't challenging for headers. He wasn't driving at people with the same force that we're used to Messi seeing. So he clearly wasn't at 100%. And it's only up to him, Zach, to answer your question as to whether he wants to play the World Cup in 2026. If he wants to, that's fine, and it is solely up to him, and Argentina will take him absolutely. It's Lionel Andres Messi Cucitini. He's the best player in football history.
Nico, when Messi misses 2 breakaways and misses a penalty, that's all you need to know, that he's not 100% there, both mentally and physically. For me, that said it all right there.
I think you could still take him to the next World Cup, but it's all about how you manage him. I wouldn't say you have to start him in the same way that Portugal have done with Ronaldo and literally making him a detriment to the team. But Messi's a match winner. He's a special player. You don't see players like this. You could use him. You could use Messi in moments of bringing him on in the last 20 or 30 minutes, because in those moments you're not asking for a full 90 minutes. You just want 20 minutes where he can make something happen and still be a match winner. So it's how you use him is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key for Argentina moving forward. How you use Messi. In fact, when Nico Gonzalez came on, to the pitch, he was wasteful, but Argentina grew in verticality and grew in intensity. So it'll only get, that feeling will only get heightened that he can't give you a full 90 naturally. That's how football works. That's how careers work, right? Again, does he have enough football in his boots to get to 2026? Yeah, but it's up to him to make that decision.